I'm your boyfriend.
I'm getting off this game. That's the end of this video. Hey, it's May, and today we are going to be playing Your Boyfriend. Now, I know you guys have seen my sister play this game a lot, and I actually got this idea from her. Shout out to Forever Nina, because, like, I wouldn't have known about this game if it wasn't for her playing it. Hopefully, we have some fun. Hopefully, my reading is on point, and, yeah. All right. I don't know what to expect. I know that it's like a psycho man, whatever. Enter your name. May. Welcome, May. You two have fun. Oh, gosh. I don't like that. My life has been chaotic. Is this me talking? My family broke out into another fit of drama, so I left the nest, ran straight to college, and got an apartment and a job. But lately, my job at Greasy Spoon Diner has been unbearable. The job doesn't pay the best, so that meant I had to find a roommate to afford an apartment. Oh, so is he like our roommate or something? And now my roommate is always bringing some dropout into our apartment for late night study sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and even better, the rent on the apartment is late. I had heard once that if you became a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. Ooh, is that true? I don't know. In case the friendship gets strained thinner as my friend keeps making excuses why they need to cover their half of the rent. Thanks to the deadbeat, I'm working harder just to lose money on rent. I'm nearly broke, and getting a second job feels like it will kill me. At least in this park, I have some alone time. Yes, this is a really, really nice park. The birds are chirping. The air is flowing through my hair, you know. I've always liked this part of the park. It's untouched by obnoxious family members and college jerks. The only people who came here on the grounds are keepers, or are the groundkeepers. Even then, they only come by in the morning. Closing my eyes, I rub my face and huff out the tension in my lungs so that I could calm down enough to enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then, I feel someone sit down beside me. Ew. Startled, I turn around and look towards the interloper? Y'all know what I meant. Ugh.
Whoa, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
I don't know who you are. You're a stranger. What you mean take it easy? The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench. Oh, so this is the guy. This is the guy that we gotta worry about, y'all.
You're a jumpy one, ain't you?
Don't be talking to me like that. Don't be talking to you like you know me. You don't know me, okay, stranger? He smiles and scoots himself closer to me, shyly and awkwardly. Ugh. I keep my eyes on him, unsure of what his intentions are. His unblinking eyes don't stray from mine, not once. Ugh. So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend? Ugh. It just seems kind of odd for you to be sitting here all alone and so far away from the jogging track. Can you mind your business? Can you mind your business, you baldy? I'm so tired. I'm trying to sit and enjoy my time at the park, and you come running up on me with your shiny head and your big blue eyes, and I don't like it. A chill runs down my spine. I cross my arm over my chest and slide myself away from him and closer to the edge of the bench. Yes, as you should. How often a sane person walks up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? I don't know. Not often. For me, at least. Exactly. He picks up on my unease and refrains from sliding any closer. He crosses his fingers in between his legs and smiles warmly. I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper or one of them old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. No, I'm just getting some alone time for myself. Things have been pretty intense lately. He scoots himself closer, his hand nearly touching mine as he smiles shyly. What does this guy not understand about personal space? I'm over here sliding away from dude, and dude is getting closer to me.
Look. I know this is sudden.
What?
Very sudden.
Yeah, what?
May I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
No! I don't even know you. Hello? Can I have the pleasure? Never mind. He was the weird one. I can't tell if he's a bit awkward or just eccentric. What? Why? Why did he have such interest in me?
Well, I'm your boyfriend.
I'm getting off this game. That's the end of this video. What is dude talking about right now? Talking about I'm your boyfriend. First of all, I'm married. Okay.
Isn't that why you're here?
What do you mean? Are you delusional? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's exactly what I'm asking. My boyfriend? Why would he be assuming we were in a relationship? There's an awkward silence as the stranger sits patiently waiting for my answer. Oh shoot, I actually had to decide. Dinner sounds nice. What? No, dot, dot, dot. Loki want to say dot, dot, dot because I don't know what to say to this dude, bro. Like, what do I say to you? The discomforting silence only grows. Still unsure and confused by the situation, I couldn't find words. It was just so sudden. He seemed to take the hint and pulls his hand away from mine. Thank you. Looking away, he chuckles awkwardly. Hey, I get it if you don't want me to be your boyfriend. I just thought I'd take the chance to ask you out. So this man thought it was smooth to tell me that he was my boyfriend before even asking me if he could be my boyfriend. Hello? Bro, this man he got riz, bro. Like, he said, oh, I'm your boyfriend. Thought he was freaking raising it up. Like, what? If he is guilt tripping me, he is doing a terrible job. But at least he is taking the hint rather than pushing it. Yeah, of course. Well, it's just that I don't even know you. So don't worry, I get it. He says, not all expressing disappointment, but more along the lines of showing understanding. I suppose I'd be weirded out too if some random stranger came up to me and asked me out on a date. Flattered, but still a little uneasy. He is taking the rejection well, no tantrum or pressure of any sort. Thank God. I'd better get going. It was nice talking to you, though. He says, looking over at me, giving a smile before getting himself off the bench and taking his leave. Yes, good. Bye. Adios. Like, I don't need this in my life right now. I'm already dealing with a lot. I watched him walk off, feeling some sort of terrible for how things ended the way they did. Maybe I'll apologize to him if I ever see him again. I stay in the park a little while longer after the odd event. I didn't know if I should go after him, why, or just shake it off and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Watch him come back. Watch him come back. I don't trust that this is all that we're going to be seeing of him. You know what I'm saying? I wander around the city a little bit more, visiting places I normally wouldn't visit. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. I like adventuring sometimes. After leaving the park, I still can't get that man out of my head. It's baffling. Why? Bro, I guess the bald head was just traumatizing and now I just can't stop thinking about this man. I don't know. On one hand, I'm glad that he didn't keep harassing me about going out with him. But at the same time, I wish he had stayed around for a little bit and just talked to me like a normal person. Okay. Maybe we just need a friend. I think that's what we need, right? We just need a friend. Maybe I've been feeling lonely lately. Yeah, I think so too. It's a lot going on. So, you know, sometimes people need somebody to talk to, you know? I come across a local florist shop that I remember passing on a few of my walks downtown. I've also been meaning to stop in and pick up some flowers for my apartment, but I could never seem to find the time. Well, I have time now. I could use some diversion, so why not? Oh my gosh, watch him being here like I was getting flowers for you, my love. Walking in, I look around and take in the rather pleasant aroma in the shop. I wandered past the quiet displays of flowers arrangements, potted plants, and small gift bags of the potpourri. I had a particular purchase in mind. Oh, so I already know what I'ma get. From a rustic wooden shelf display containing the flowers and various houseplants came a lovely, pungent fragrance from deep red roses. Being mindful that some still had their thorns, I reached to pick one up. I feel a hand brush against mine. Hello? Please don't be that same guy, bro. Please don't be that same guy, bro. I pull my hand away quickly and glance at the person I didn't see on the other side of the display. Oh my god. The dude just don't stop. The dude just don't get a hint, I guess. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Oh, really? You sure you wasn't just stalking me, sir? The man from the park beams upon seeing me and gives me a smile before pulling the rose out. I didn't know you shopped here too. I don't. I say, startled by his presence. He's like, what? The man then gestures to me with a finger over his lips. Shh, it's a small shop. There's no need to raise your voice. His comment rubs me the wrong way, but I try to compose myself. Did you follow me here? I whisper harshly. Oh, I was whispering. Sorry, I didn't do that correctly. Unsure if crossing paths with him again was a pure coincidence or if I needed to worry about him after all. What? Of course not. He looks a little hurt by my accusation. I come here almost every day, you know? That's a bit of a relief. He fumbles around with the rose in his hand and his eyes stay shyly focused on the ground. I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby, so I come here a lot to see what new bonquets they have made, and if they have any on sale. I'll admit that sometimes I get a glimpse of you through the windows of the diner that you work at, and lately I've been meaning to walk in and finally say hi, but I lose my nerves and stay out. Oh, I guess that's not too bad. You've been watching me? Yeah, you've been watching me? You crazy? Huh? You've been watching me? Are you serious? What kind of creep are you? But it's not like that. He reaches his hand out towards my shoulder in an attempt to console and calm me down. Not wanting his greasy, grubby hands anywhere on me, I flinched away in shock and disgust. Don't touch me! I hiss at him and then turn and storm out of the florist shop. I don't look back. Oh gosh, why do I feel kind of bad? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't mean to, like, you know, to oh my gosh, his hands were bleeding. Did y'all see that? I didn't mean to actually, like, to be like, yeah, don't touch me, like, you know, create a whole scene and stuff, because I don't want to create a scene. It's finally getting dark out. I hate walking home at night, and after crossing paths with that crazy stalker, I have a good reason for it. We still don't know his name, by the way, and now I'm out later than I wanted because I was trying to take a little longer. Less traveled path home, just in case that creepy guy knew more about my habits. Crap, I need to find a new place to hang out, and probably a new job. Oh no. Now I gotta do all this new stuff because this dude freaking following me home and doing all this crazy stuff, looking at me while I'm working. I storm into the apartment and slam the door behind me before doing another full body shudder. I hear the rummaging sound of my roommate, oh yeah, my roommate, and the study partner in the kitchen come to an abrupt silence after I unceremoniously arrive home. I raced by my bedroom. They had a habit of walking around naked after their study session, and I don't even want to see if they were dressed this time. Why would you walk around naked knowing that you have a roommate? What makes you think it's okay to even walk around your house naked and you got somebody else in the house? I don't know. That just seems a little nasty to me. I'm not gonna lie. You got like dust and all that stuff in that booty crack. Like, I don't understand why you walking around naked. In my room, I flopped down on my bed and muffled a frustrated scream with my pillow. Oh my gosh, watch him be like at the window, like, knock, knock, you dropped this. Here, I just followed you home to give this to you. After a moment, I roll over my back and stare at the ceiling, trying to forget about my day, trying to forget about him. Before I fall asleep from sheer exhaustion, my last thought was a simple wish. What, not to come across paths with him? Man, I hope I never see that weirdo again. Watch him be at the window. I already know it. No? He is at the window. What did I say? This man, bald head, was at the window and I saw it, bro. I saw a big, round, bald head. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Now we are going to go through this and we are going to pick other options. But I realize there's a restart button for a reason, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure you can get other, like, endings-ish with this. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we are going to go through this again. And I am afraid that we are going to have to get along with this being, okay? We're gonna skip through all this. And once it gets to that part where he's like, oh, yeah, you want to go out sometime? We have to say yes, okay, you guys? All right, so a dinner sounds nice. Let's see what he says. I guess. It's not like I'm doing anything anyways. And it would be a nice break from the monotony. God knows I can stand to forget my problems for a few hours. And this guy seems interesting enough to keep my mind off things. Really? That's great. He beams, taking a hold of my hand into his own. I'll see you tonight at 7. He was about to stand up from the bench, but pauses abruptly when he realizes that he was forgetting something. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a place to meet up. Sorry, I know I sound absent-minded, but I'm just so excited. How about the old Diner Town? It's a nice, quiet place. I didn't read the rest. Diner Town? Which one? You know, the one that you work at. How would you know that? How would you know? Like, I guess we already know that he like stalks us or whatever. But the fact that he literally says like, "Oh yeah, the one that you work at," like casually, like, "Oh, okay, great, see you tonight." Okay. Just like that, he hurries off with a leap in every step, looking as though he just had won the lottery. Was this man skipping away or something? I watch him as he disappears down the path, and that bends around the shallow hill and out of view. The park was quiet again. The serene loneliness sets in once more. It's just me and a few songbirds singing in the nearby tree. I sit for a while, replaying the strange encounter in my head a few times. I suppose that I should feel flattered that he took such an interest in me. I can't tell if meeting someone like that is normal or not. It's just nothing like I've seen in the movies or television. But then again, if I were Hollywood attractive, maybe it would be so normal that it would be almost annoying? I feel my cheeks flush as I think about saying, "Can I have the pleasure?" A shy smile creeps from the corners of my mouth. He must be as new to this as I am. What a shy, awkward guy. So our character in this version likes him. The bird stops singing as I feel a knot grow in the pit of my stomach. ... How did he know where I work? See? That's exactly what I just said. I'm like, bro, how does bro know? Oh, and it actually does take a whole turn. Like, we actually go on the date and stuff. 7 p.m. I show up at the dinner feeling rather unusual about meeting someone at this place that I work at for a completely spontaneous dinner date. And with a complete stranger who knew that I worked here. Weird. I take a seat at the booth towards the back. Why in the back? You need to sit in the front where the people are. The diner isn't very busy tonight, which is less unusual than most people would assume. Even though I work here, this isn't where I would choose to eat at. I mean, no, nobody would really choose to eat at their job. I used to work at McDonald's. That wouldn't be the first place that I choose to eat at or like go to. You know what I mean? Maybe he was another customer that I had never paid attention to. While I work and I let my mind drift, and after a while I do my job as if I were on autopilot. I don't really pay that much attention to names and faces, even towards regulars. Maybe he was one of those regulars building up his courage to ask me out every day but kept losing his nerve. It's kind of a cute thought, but do I really want this to be a thing? I mean, we don't really know his name, so I mean, no, right? Taking my seat, I wait. I look at the old-fashioned neon light clock that hangs over the jukebox. He is 5 minutes late. I might as well buy myself a milkshake while I wait. The waitress on tonight's shift is surprised to see me at the diner on my day off. I imagine that she will tell me job loyalty is one thing, but the food here isn't worth writing home about. After serving the stuff for a few months now, I agreed with her. But at least the milkshakes are good. They are still really old-fashioned kind with the real ice cream and ingredients, and not the powdered mix flavored syrups like the fast food places. Yep, that is true. The waitress must have been less busy than I assumed because she brought my shake to me only a few minutes later. I pulled the spoon from the vintage-looking ice cream glass and licked it clean. What? So good. I thought something was like in my shake that I didn't know about. I stirred the shake a little bit before I took a sip. A man rushes in through the diner's front door. He looks like he just ran the whole way here with something tucked carefully in his arm. I immediately recognized his sleeveless hoodie and blue shirt. He quickly scanned the diner in a bit of a panic. He was running late and probably thought I may have already left. I was one of the few people in the diner, but he still didn't seem to see me very quickly. I waved my hand over. A smile of relief spread across his face. Still winded his hurries down the rows of the booth and sits across from me. Uh-oh, here he is. You're late, buddy. I know. I'm sorry. I had to make a quick stop. He speaks between breaths. I don't know where he came from, but he must have ran the whole way when he realized he was running late. Giving a timid smile, he pulls out a long white box he's been carrying. He places it on the table and slides it over to me. Here, I brought this for you. Thinking about earlier today in the park. It might have been a little creepy to ask you for a date on the spot. I thought I might show you a little something as a way of apologizing. If I was awkward for you, of course. He got something for me? Really? It had better not be a severed ear or fingers or something. Ew, okay. Opening the box, I look inside. I see 2 long stemmed roses with deep red petals. The thorns were removed and they were bound by shimmering black silk ribbon. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you, roses. Seriously? I mean, low-key roses are really nice. I'm gonna just say they're lovely. And we're also trying to get along with him in this version. So yes, thank you. He smiles as I take the roses out the box gently. As the thorns were still on the stems, I'd drawn the aroma in deeply. They were so wonderfully fresh and fragrant. It's no banquet or anything, but I thought it would look really nice. He watches me admire his gift. They are very nice, thank you. I place the roses gently back in their box. He can't generally grin any wider. He realizes that he's staring at me, maybe just as a little too long for comfort, so he reverses his eyes shyly. Yeah, look at that face. Would you want that face to be smiling at you 24/7? But there were a few nagging questions that have been hanging over my head like a storm cloud. And while he was in a good mood, I figured that I should inquire a little about this cute but bizarre stranger. Dinner in a greasy spoon diner with a stranger carrying a box of roses didn't seem ordinary. And if I had to make sure that he wasn't going to propose at the cash register, ew, propose already is crazy. I stir the milkshake with the straw for a second or two. So, how'd you know that I worked here? Oh, well, I walk by this place rather often on my walks. I catch a glimpse of you through the window from time to time when you're working. I tried coming in, but I get cold feet and I just keep walking. Like a loser. He glares down at the table shamefully. I reach over and grab his hand in a reassuring pat. No, you're not a loser. Oh my gosh, that smile, ... Do you know what? I don't even know your name. My name? The smile on his face fades into a slight grimace before his gaze drifts off to the side. I really don't know my name. Honestly, I'd rather be called something else like a nickname or something. Oh, he must have really a horrible name or really horrible parents that he wants to dissociate with. Okay, how about... Oh, we're gonna give him a name, shall we? Okay, finally, that's what I was low-key wanting to do for a long time. Give him a name. I'm gonna just troll and name him Mel. If you know, you know, okay? How about Mel? He seemed pleased with what I came up with, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. But that was not silly or tacky. Yeah, that's much better, honestly. Thank you. I probably shouldn't give this creepy guy Mel's name, but you know, it's 100% okay. I reassure him and give his hand another gentle squeeze. The expression of disgust instantly evaporated into the delight over the name I gave him. Wow, I didn't realize until now, but he has some really beautiful blue eyes. Got some baby blues, bro. The vivid color that left me taking in the deep blue hue. And I didn't realize that he was staring until he spoke up. ... Are you having a moment or what? A blush spread across his cheeks as he squeezed my hand back. Sorry, I pulled my hand from him, cursing myself from staring that long. Wow, now I'm the awkward one. I look away shyly. I can feel the heat radiating from my cheeks, and I imagine them glowing bright red like a Christmas light. The thought makes my cheeks warmer and probably even more red. He chuckles and shakes his head. Hey, there's nothing to be sorry for. He reassures me with a soft smile. He looks around with something to break the tension, and his eyes fall upon my milkshake. Hey, I'm supposed to buy you something. Well, you kind of already did. I mean, I did, technically. I point at the box of roses. Besides, we can share this, just as long as I get the cherry, deal? I scoot the milkshake towards him. He looks to the side, reaching over to take it. Man, our first date. You're the one buying. I'm very terrible at this. Well, how about you buy next time? His eyes go wide and he stares at me with surprise. Next time? You want to meet again? Well, this isn't a total disaster, right? So yeah. His face glows as red as I imagined mine had, and he stammers widely as all his thoughts unexpectedly evaporate into an explosion of joy. I guess it wasn't. I don't think so. I don't want to agree with you. It was cute seeing him struggle with a coherent thought while also trying to contain his happiness. His happiness of being with me, of all people. Still, as much as I was enjoying his company, and regardless of how flattering it's been, I couldn't stay long. I looked out the window in a bit of an exaggerated way in order to get his attention. It's getting dark. I don't think I'd be walking home at night. How about we continue this our next date? Standing up from my seat, I pull out one of the napkins of the dispenser. Do you have a pen? Oh, I think I do. He pulls one out of his pocket and hands it to me. I write down my name and my number and smiling pass the pen and napkin back to him. Here, call me when you can again soon, okay? Taking the pen and napkin from my hand, he gazes down at the number in complete awe before looking back up to me.
Of course.
Oh, he's actually talking. I'd love to see you again. Okay. Successful date, I see, even though this was even supposed to be a date in the first place. I walk to the register, pay for the shake, and with another quick look at him, I wave and leave the diner. I walk more quickly to try to make it back to the apartment before nightfall. It gets colder outside, but for some reason I feel warm the whole walk back. Oh my gosh, my character is feeling warm and fuzzy after that date, y'all. Y'all feel me? Once I finally got back, I quickly walked to my room. Judging by the thumping and the moaning sounds coming from the other side of the wall, they seem to be having another study session. Okay, that's different. Man, I wish they would get more quiet. I have to live here too. You know, the audacity of having a roommate and then not caring. I don't bother to turn on the light in my room and flop heavily on my bed face first into the mattress, limbs spread wide, letting out a long, loud groan that made the couple next door pause for a brief moment. I eventually roll onto my back and stare at the ceiling. Is he there? I don't see him. Despite having so many other things on my mind, my thoughts never stay far from Mel. Looking over to the box that was still in my hand, I opened it up one more time. I pulled out the bundle of roses, smelling a little, draw in their sweet fragrance again. Is he there? I hope he calls soon. I don't see him. Wait, was that like the good ending or oh, never mind. Never mind. All right, so now we're gonna restart again and we're gonna see if we can have like another type of interaction with him at the rose shop. So I'm gonna see y'all there. All right, so now I'm gonna say I guess that's not that bad and see what happens now, because last time I said you've been watching me. Maybe I'm overreacting. I guess that's understandable. A mutter. It's difficult for me to notice people when I'm walking the same path almost every day like a mindless robot. I guess that I can't really be judging him for my lack of awareness. Look, I have to get going, I say, breaking the silence before the two of us. He clears his throat to muster up the courage as he steps closer, hesitates on a question for a brief moment, then he finally speaks. I know you have no interest in me. I get that. But can I at least see you again? Not a date or anything. I just want to hang out. I feel as though we get off to a bad start. Why? I don't even know your name. My name? It's a joke, really. I prefer if you make a nickname for me. The smile on his face fades. Okay, so this is basically when we name him, right? Yeah, this is where we name him. So let's name him the same name, obviously, Mel. So this is basically the same interaction that we had at the diner. You feel me? I look outside the window and see the sun is getting low in the sky. Well, it's getting dark. I had better get going home. It was nice to meet you, Mel. I turn to leave the shop. Hey, wait! Mel calls me over. I turn and see him smiling sheepishly. Can I at least walk you home? Oh, this is different. Okay, well, let's just say I suppose, because I don't want to get the same ending, you know what I'm saying? He tries to keep a cool composure as I accept his offer, but I can see in his eyes that he is struggling not to bounce all over the walls. I know that he still has a thing for me, but this time around he hasn't been pushing it, and instead respecting my not wanting to date. Me not wanting to date. He glances at the rose that's still in his hand and then holds it to me. My mind goes blank for a second before I find myself nodding. Thanks. You didn't have to, though. No, I insist. He smiles and walks me to the cashier. He pulls out his wallet and thumbs through some small bills while the florist wraps the rose and places it in the stark white box. With this rose purchase, he hands me the box. Shall we get going? Yeah, let's. Wait, let's? I leave the store with him. Together, we walk to my apartment. Okay, cool. Wait, so if we walk to my apartment, will he still be outside my window? You know what I'm saying? The walk is surprisingly nice, and the two of us go back and forth in conversation. Mel, surprisingly, did most of the talking. He kept going on about his job as a product tester and how most products were cheap junk. Okay. This is pretty good so far. At least not doing nothing creepy. Once we arrive at my apartment, Mel looks down at me, tucks his hands into his pockets. Well, home sweet home. He grins shyly. We stand in the hallway, neither of us knowing exactly what to say next. I started hearing faint sounds of my roommate and their study partner messing around inside. Mel hears them too. His eyes get a bit wide. Look at his face. I cringe over the sounds and the mental images of the two in the kitchen countertops flashing in mine. Mel was avoiding eye contact with his cheeks were getting flushed. He was imagining the same thing. I never felt so embarrassed. More or less. I mutter, hesitant to open the door in front of him. Understanding my reluctance to go inside from both my promiscuous roommate and my insecurity of having a total stranger outside my apartment, he stepped away to give me a little space. Well, I better get going. When did you want to meet up? I mean, when did you get the time? I think for a moment. Crap, I work all day this week. Not a single day off on my name. I don't know. Tomorrow's a slow day since it's Sunday. I can come over if you like. It's that small mom and pop diner by the record store. Having me pose as a customer to extend your break time? Devious. I like it. He flashed a worried smile before turning and walking down the hall. I'll be around noon then. He looks over his shoulder, smiles, waves as he saunters farther down the hallway and towards the exit. Wow, this is actually kind of sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's not doing anything psychotic, so I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I shield my eyes and walk past. They have a habit of walking around naked, whatever. We already know the drill. Okay, that's gross. We already established that. It was rather an eventful day. I got a little quiet time and even made a new acquaintance, despite how we both got off on the wrong foot at first. Too tired to get up and found a vase of glass for a rose. I rest on the nightstand. I don't bother getting undressed. I pull the blankets over myself, roll over, and let myself drift off to sleep. All right, let's see if he's there. I'm pretty sure he's going to be there, but you know, yup, there's that big old head. Yup, there's that big bowling head. Yup. But let me know if you guys want to see more of this by commenting down below or even by liking the video, because I might make this a series. I'm not gonna lie, this is really nice. That'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah.